So this is a rematch. You guys met in the bantamweight Grand Prix. Danny, this is your hometown. You did not get the win the first time. You thought you won it. Obviously, Raufeon thought he won it. He got it in the
I actually did win it.
Yes, you did. What's going to be the difference here in Chicago for you? Is there more pressure in this fight? Less pressure? How do you feel about it?
Nah, I don't really feel pressure at all. But I never really feel pressure in my fights. I did win the fight last time I fought Raufeon about a year ago. Now we're in my backyard. I run Chicago. Not much is really going to be different. I am going to dominate him again, obviously just a little bit more. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's a very dream come true matchup. To tell you the truth, when Bellator called me and asked if I wanted to fight Stots in Chicago, I really couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he was awake after Apache knocked him the fuck out. But since he was awake, I took the fight, obviously, and it's really good. We don't like each other. We hate each other. I hate him because he's a fucking pussy. He hates me because I'm ridiculously good looking. And we're just going to figure it out on Friday night at the Wintrust.
I mean, I follow you on social, follow both of you guys on social media, but you've had some things to say about how you're going to have more fans here in Chicago. You've got people here, all of those things.
I mean, it's pretty funny that it's his hometown, but I bet I get a bigger pop from the crowd. And it's funny you mentioned what happened with me and Patchy, because you tapped like a bitch, just like you ran out like a bitch when you fought me the last time, which you lost. Check the scoreboard.
Do you think you're going to get a bigger pop?
Stots, 0 Sabatello, and it's gonna be 2 Stots, 0 Sabatello come Friday night.
You think the crowd will be on your side?
I definitely do. I definitely think the people in your hometown hate you. I definitely think nobody in Chicago likes you.
I do think you're dumb enough to think that.
Yeah, I am. I definitely think nobody likes you, and I believe you know it too.
We'll see if you get a bigger pop from the crowd.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But on a serious note, though, between the two of you guys, and this kind of goes both ways, is you continue to say before you fought the first time, his wrestling's not good enough to take me down. I'm going to stuff his wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the case. He was able to get several takedowns, was able to get top position, control positions. You guys had some good scrambles. Okay. You, on the other hand, the criticism was that you just didn't do enough damage. Where have you guys made those adjustments in your fight camps for this fight? I took both of them. I know I did. Go ahead.
Well,
Raufeon.
I mean, I just realized, he's a bitch. We know how he's gonna fight, and I actually do have to address it. So that's what I did, I went back to the drawing board. I grabbed me some kid wrestlers, and I played around with some kid wrestlers so I can, get used to the style of fighting, he brings. So that's all I did, I just got back to the basics. He pretty much, he took, I think he got 4 out of 19 takedowns. So he wasn't successful, really. He got more takedowns than I thought. I thought he would get 0. He got 4, and he was able to do 0 damage with any of them. I got 1 takedown. I tried for 2 takedowns. So technically, I had a higher percentage in the takedown, the takedown rate, and I did way more damage, bro. I was beating the shit out of him. He was bloody. By the end of the fight, his fucking golden hair was red. So, I'm excited, bro, because when they called me, Danny probably not gonna get a lot of opportunities after this, so I'm so lucky that I'm able to punch him in the face again. That's that shit don't come around often. So when they called me, I was fucking ecstatic.
Yeah, so you're stealing my lines. The kids training wrestling, I brought that line on Ariel Helwani's show. He just copied my line. You obviously aren't original enough to think of your own shit. That's okay. I'll carry the show. I always do. I did the last fight. I'll do this fight. What's going to be the difference this fight is I'm just going to have a little bit more volume. Everybody knows I absolutely dominated this fucking pussy last fight. You go look at the betting odds for this fight. I'm the favorite. I supposedly lost last fight. If that's true, they wouldn't put him as the underdog. But I'm the favorite for this fight. That's
Cap.
What do you mean? Look at the odds right now.
Cap.
I'm the favorite right now.
Cap.
Okay, anyways, you're an idiot.
You lost. Cap.
Okay. But yeah, I just need more volume, punch him more, kick him more, elbow him more. A lot of control time, but with my control time, it's what I'm going to be doing with it. And that's going to be getting him bloody, going for submissions. I do see myself finishing him.
Bro, you landed probably 2 strikes the last time we fought.
Do you want to keep interrupting, or do you want to do this right?
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I want to.
Yeah, I know you're 35 fucking years old.
Just like I'm going to do Friday.
You're 35 years old, and you're still super fucking nervous for a press conference.
You say what?
You're amateur hour, bro. You are amateur hour. I'll let you talk if you let me talk. Or else we're just going to keep talking over each other. You're 35 years old. Relax.
I'll give you permission. Go ahead, talk.
Relax. Take a deep breath, Raufeon.
Go ahead.
So anyways, I'm going to be putting a lot of volume on him, making it bloody, getting him tired, going for submissions, going for KOs, TKOs. I do see myself better everywhere than him. We're a year later. I've gotten exponentially better. I don't know how much he's gotten better. He's had to rest, obviously, for a good amount of time after that brutal KO from Patchy Mix. So it'll be on full display at the Wintrust Friday night, and I'm looking forward to it.
So it's hard for me to let him talk because everything he comes out of his mouth is like cap. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the. So I lost to Patchy Mix. He had to pretty much
got
kill
knocked out
me
by Patchy
Okay,
Mix.
I got knocked out by Patchy Mix. Correct? He had to kill me to get out of there. Who you lost to? Magomed, who I beat. Who you tap like a little bitch. No, it's easy to get you out of there. You tap like a little bitch. You gotta literally kill me, something that you're not capable of doing. Something you finishing in me is something you're not capable of doing. That's the only way you're able to win. That's the only way anybody's able to beat me.
Have you seen the picture of you knocked out?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Keep looking
Have you
at
seen
it.
a
Isn't
picture
it
of you
good?
tapping? You
No, I
gotta
haven't
live
seen
with
that
that. You was
I haven't seen that
conscious.
one.
At least I went to sleep. You was conscious. You made a conscious decision to give the fuck up. Like, I can't take this shit no more.
This is very difficult to pull any information out of either of these guys.
Like, come on, bro.
So we're gonna let you guys ask a question and get one in there, and we'll see where it goes from that point.
What's up, Danny? Raufeon just mentioned, he mentioned in an interview to me earlier this week that he feels the only way he can lose a fight is if he gets knocked out. He's had 21 professional fights, only 2 of them losses, 2 flash knockouts. Do you agree with him, or do you feel like there are multiple ways to beat Raufeon Stots?
No, I can beat him in any way, but that's also funny, him, again, contradicting himself. He said, I can't knock anybody out, but then he says the only way he loses, I knock him out. So I don't really know what is it with this guy. He doesn't really talk too good. Obviously, he stutters a lot, contradicts himself a lot. I can beat him anywhere. Obviously, Raufeon isn't known as this crazy striker. My striking is definitely better than his. As we saw last fight, my grappling is definitely better than his. I think I'm just going to absolutely just murder him and drown him in there, make him seem helpless. Again, a year down in South Florida at the best gym in the world, at American Top Team, will do wonders for somebody. I'm 30 years old, and with that year, I'm approaching my prime. With him being 35 years old, he's on the way out, got knocked out his last fight. A lot of questions on his end. That's why I don't really feel the pressure here. I'm going to have this beautiful Chicago crowd on Friday night. They're going to be having my back. He thinks they're going to be for him. Comical. Let's see what would happen to you if you walked out of here alone. But yeah, I have a plethora of ways of finishing this motherfucker, and I'm very so looking forward to do it because he fucking sucks.
First point. Motherfucker, you grew up in the suburbs. Stop. Ain't nobody finna beat the fuck out of me. Come on. Second point. Like, you from Chicago. Like where at in Chicago?
After Chicago, I moved back to Lakeview.
No. Lakeview. That's where you from? No, where in Chicago
So
are
in
you
Chicago, it works by neighborhoods.
What street?
This isn't boroughs in New York City. In Chicago, it's by neighborhoods. There's a bunch of different neighborhoods. I know you don't know about that.
And you ain't from none of the fucking hood ones. I know
lived in
that.
Lakeview, which is 5 minutes away from Wrigley Field. It's considered Chicago. Go to the U.S. Postal Service, recognizes Chicago. You want to fill it out, you type Chicago. I don't know what you want.
Raufeon, Sydney Outlaw just referred to fighting as aggressive romance. Do you believe Sabatello is more of a fighter or an aggressive romantic?
Oh no, he's definitely a lover. He's a
Put the microphone to your face.
I mean, he's definitely like
Can't hear you, Raufeon.
He loves to hug people. He loves to cuddle. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I have a wife at home. You know what I'm saying? He's a bit metrosexual. I don't know. You know, I don't judge, but he's definitely a lover. You know what I'm saying? He's not a fighter. Like, look at him. Look at him. And I also think it's funny him saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be so brutal, bro." You wasn't able to do that to me in 5 rounds. What you gonna do in 3 rounds? It's gonna be worse for you.
Yeah.
You got nothing to say.
I believe that you're dumb enough to give me your whole game plan.
That is a
I'm not dumb
win,
enough.
ladies and gentlemen. That is a win. I'll get another one Friday. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
So Danny, being the hometown guy in this fight, and him saying that he's going to have the crowd advantage and having, the bigger support in the Wintrust Arena, what's your reaction to that, being from Lakeview, which is in Chicago?
Yeah, I just don't think this guy's very too intelligent. He does think that he's going to get a bigger pop. I actually think he does believe that. But, you know, obviously with an idiot, you don't really argue with idiots. They're like little kids. You can't argue with a little kid. They just don't know. The crowd will be absolutely electric. Not only will the crowd be on my side, but Chicago MMA is actually getting bigger and bigger. I think we're going to have a massive crowd out there. Bellator obviously has grown to what it is because of me. You know, this is a big fucking fight because of me. I think most of the world forgot about who Raufeon Stots was because he wasn't fighting me. You know, most of the world does hate me, but Chicago doesn't hate me. Chicago loves me. And they're going to be there for me, and it's going to be an absolutely poetic finish on this motherfucker.
Sidebar, I did a fact check. We did a fact check on the odds, and I'm definitely the favorite.
Anybody listening, go look at the odds. He's not the favorite.
Go look at the odds. Look at him.
Danny, on Bet Rivers, you are a minus 139 favorite, while Raufeon Stots is a plus 106 underdog. Just to put it out there.
On what?
Raufeon, do you know what that
what?
means?
Bet
that
Rivers.
means I'm the favorite.
On Bet Rivers?
Bet Rivers.
Who is that?
It is a betting platform.
FanDuel, he's minus 120. Yeah. Oh, on
Which means I am the favorite, Raufeon.
On FanDuel? Oh, okay, my bad.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
I fact checked it wrong.
You know, Danny, I can't help but notice you never have screamed the typical Midwest kindness kind of persona. Where does your confidence come from, and why do you choose to be so outgoing and so confident in yourself?
Yeah, I've always been confident in whatever I do. You know, growing up, whether it was fighting, wrestling, football, baseball, always confident. I think everybody, if you're going to do something, you should be confident in whatever the fuck you're doing. If you're not, you shouldn't be fucking doing it. But most of my confidence comes from my preparation. I know nobody works harder or dedicated as me or sacrifices as much as me. You know, again, when I do work out at the best gym in the entire world, and I listen and I show up and I work as hard as I can, I have no choice but to get better, and that's what I've been doing. And I've chosen that route my entire life. I've made sacrifices. I've not gone to parties and had fun, and Lord knows I'm surrounded by opportunity to go to good parties and have some fun, you know. But, you know, I like to stay away from that shit. My dreams and my goals are to become the best fucking fighter on the absolute planet, and with that, I need to make a lot of sacrifices, and that's okay to me. You know, I don't need that glitz and the glamour life of partying all the time and having fun. Don't get me wrong, after I beat the shit out of him, we're going to be going fucking nuts. By the time the other fight after me, those two fucking bitches are going at it, I'm going to be fucking hammered by that time. But I do sacrifice a lot. I did move down to South Florida and didn't know a single person when I fucking showed up. And that's just how I've always lived my life, and that's where the confidence comes from. The confidence also comes from winning. You know, I'm very confident in this matchup because I do think I won the last matchup. Now we're a year later. I've gotten exponentially better. I think he's actually gotten worse, and it's going to be very fun.
2 more questions, guys.
Just had one question for Danny. I was noticing before the first fight with Raufeon, and censoring it a little bit, there was an expletive in there, but you said this ends tomorrow. Do you feel like this will definitively end on Friday?
Honestly, it would be nice for this shit to end because he's very below me, and I don't really want to give him the fucking press and make his name any bigger. But I don't think this will ever end. This doesn't have a happy ending. I think no matter what, I'm always going to fucking hate Raufeon Stots. I don't care if he hates me or not. He's irrelevant. And again, even after this fight, after I do beat the shit out of him, I don't know if he's going to retire or not, but I'm always going to want to fight him. I'll fight him again in 2 weeks. I'll fight him again in 3 weeks. I'll fight him again in 4 weeks. As our career goes on, for up to me, every single fucking fight would be against this little fucking bitch. But unfortunately, it won't go that way. But no, I don't think it ends Friday. Even though it would be nice, it would be a nice little staple to say sayonara, goodbye, never see you again. But I'll always fantasize about putting my fucking elbow through his skull.
Raufeon, he just said that you've gotten progressively worse. I'm going to give you a chance to respond to that.
I mean, you say I got progressively worse, but bro, who have you beaten that's worth any note? You didn't beat me the last time. How have you gotten better? You haven't. The truth is if you look at the facts, you haven't gotten any better. And to your point, like, okay, I'm 34, you're 30. I'm a big brother you just like I did the last time, bro. I'm big bro, you right. I am older than you. I'm the man in this game. You're just a little boy. You can't hang with me, bro. And 3-round fight, you definitely can't hang with me.
It's nice to see you awake. Last time I saw you, you were sleeping.
Last time I seen you was tapping out.
You get paid for it, baby. Wish you get paid for it.
And I beat you last time. You got beat by a short guy.
All right, face forward.
Face forward.
Face forward, face forward.
It's a bitch, bro. You a bitch.
Face forward.
You got beat, you'll get beat again. Worse.
Your center, please.
All right, the third fight of the main card, Mr. Danny Sabatello and Raufeon Stots.